So I'm an attorney, been practicing for 20 years. I'm also a partner here at Hogan Lovells. I started my career off in litigation, and I found myself 8 years ago having to run a pro bono department. And at the time, it was just human rights litigation, reaching out to the poorest in our communities. Over the years, I realized one of the biggest problems is it wasn't just the poverty, it was also the lack of information and knowledge that our clients were faced with every day. And so these people found themselves on the wrong side of the poverty line. They were so disempowered, and they could actually not even get out of the situations they were in. They didn't know their rights, and even if they knew of their rights were more often than not violated or infringed in some way or the other. We realized in order to break the cycle of poverty that they found themselves in, we needed to make them economically independent. A lot of the women were there because they were so dependent on their partners, so they stayed in that cycle of abuse. So we started teaching them how to start businesses, and we realized it wasn't so easy to teach someone how to start a business. They had to believe that they could be an entrepreneur. Obviously, entrepreneurs are risky. They're high risk in any business, and a law firm is a business at the end of the day. You want your client to pay. What I'm grateful for my firm for doing is that in our global law firm, there is a practice called a social enterprise practice, because that was born out of investing in a better environment, and the way we as lawyers can invest in improving our environment, in dealing with climate change and other economic issues, was to invest in entrepreneurs and not-for-profits that were dealing with or providing the solutions to those social problems. Well, I think there is no formula when it comes to entrepreneurs. It's really learning on the job, and you fail fast, learn fast. For me, the biggest challenges when I deal with entrepreneurs is firstly the lack of knowledge about the laws in South Africa. And I would say you need two best friends as an entrepreneur. You need a lawyer and you need an accountant, because between the two of them, they're going to teach you compliance. Most people just have a fire burning in their heart. They want to go out there and start a business. Well, you've got to register the business. A lot of the businesses that come to us are unregistered, and they find themselves on the wrong side of the law. So I think the biggest gap with entrepreneurs is firstly business mentorship. They really don't have someone to talk to. Entrepreneurship is a very lonely journey, and you kind of figuring things out by yourself. Secondly is the lack of knowledge of the legal compliance, because depending in which industry you're going to be, you are going to need to comply with certain laws. Whether you're an informal trader on the street or whether you're a consulting firm, there are a number of laws that affect you. I have a huge passion for entrepreneurs, Vanessa. I must tell you, one of the things that was my driver for success is education. When I was young, we were poor. I never wanted to be poor again, and so I educated myself thinking a matric and a degree was going to make me successful. In many ways it did. But when I look at the youth, I look at anyone and I see people who earn so little, to me that having an education doesn't take you far enough. So my passion is to touch as many entrepreneurs as I can to help them. When you gave me your great idea about profiling 100 entrepreneurs, I thought to myself, this is really what entrepreneurs need. They need a platform, they need a voice, they need somebody shouting out their name and their services and what they're doing out there. So this passion to get entrepreneurs, just that helping hand, just pulling them up a little bit, few steps at a time, and just giving them something else. They could take this interview, they meet people, and just use it for their benefit. Hogan Lovells is an international law firm, so we operate all over Africa, and although we have our office at 140 West Street in Sandton, you can find me on the first floor. I have a walk-in pro bono legal advice center. You literally walk in and someone from my team or myself will assist you with any query that you have. www.hoganlovells.com